All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Makakadash. The honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to you sincere. I came out there pushing the truth across the four corners of earth. All right. I'm the brother Shimon, Great Millstone, Chicago. Real quick, Jeremiah 3:19. But I said, how shall I put thee among the children and give thee a pleasant land, a goodly heritage of the hosts of nations? And I said, thou shalt call me my father and shall not turn away from me. And a brother made a statement. We were over, near Chinatown, and they got their own little spot set up. They got all their little, decorations and Moabite stuff. Some of the stuff we know goes back to the worshiping other gods. There's some of it is just stuff that they like. All right, but it's all part of their heritage. It's all part of their history and who they are. Right, you go to Ishmael, you go to his spot. All right, he's gonna have his, he's gonna have Arabic writing on the wall, which we know Arabic is close to Hebrew, but they weren't given the full. They don't use the pure language. Let me say it like that. All right, and all the other things that come with Ishmael. The same for Elam. You're gonna see hookahs. You're gonna see, all of the different weird elephant gods and all that stuff. But when you look at our people, the thing that we embrace is things that we've picked up here in America. That's why the scriptures say, is Israel a homeborn slave? Right, all these other nations in the world, even Esau, even though we know he likes to steal, but even Esau, they pay homage to who they are. Matter of fact, Joe Biden just did it in a speech, the same speech where they're talking about we're gonna build back better, we're gonna make this place, we're back, basically is what he was saying, and he was going into his forefathers, all right, and this is so-called Black History Month, the end of it. All right, a lot of Northern Kingdom, they celebrate their heritage during this month as well, but Israel does not know who their forefathers are. Okay, you don't know who your forefathers are. You got a few people who, many of the people who we do celebrate, they were actually set up by Esau and pushed by Esau. That's why to this day Esau still pushes them. It's through no coincidence. All right. Now they won't push, a name like Nat Turner, somebody who actually fought against them, but they'll push, a safe Negro. They'll have their safe Negroes who they can push and keep putting forward and put statues up. All right. But the point being, the Lord gave us a goodly heritage for us to follow on the day. That's why it says, meditate the law day and night. All right, because that's a part of our heritage. That's a part of who we are, going back thousands of years. All right, and you celebrating something that's black, which black, we know what that means: dark, evil. Okay, you celebrate something that's black, that's just not profitable for you, because Esau will tell you in another breath that everybody who comes from Africa is black, and we know that that's not true. All right, we know the way the Lord created it. You had Shemites in the land of Ham, and then you had Hamites, which Africa is the land of Ham, and that's the original name, Ham, meaning hot. Okay, then he told you, you had the four sons of Ham, Cush, Canaan, Phut, and Mizraim. All right. We know the Egyptians come from Mizraim, a.k.a. Matazarium, okay, meaning bondage. And that was a nomen omen because we went to bondage under those particular Hamites, the sons of Mizraim. All right, but Esau tell you we're all the same people, and then they'll also tell you that your own people sold you into slavery. Well, there were some who did sell us. Right, there were some who work together with those Hamites, right? Because a lot of our people intermarried with them. Okay, a lot of our people start following their cultures so they could, get certain incentives. All right, but for the most part, that was due to Scripture said, "What, you're gonna go into Egypt again with ships." So why didn't we physically go, back to the actual place of Egypt? Because this place over here, America, this is that place it's talking about. This is the new Egypt, the new Rome. All those places rolled into one. All right, the Scripture says, "What? Surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, saith the Lord." And there you go. We dealt treacherously with him. And a lot of our people have, well, damn. Matter of fact, every tribe at some point has went into captivity. And not a lot, every tribe. Every tribe went into a certain level of captivity. All right, the southern kingdom probably got the worst of it. All right, but this is, let's see, Ezra. Because at the end of the day, this book is our heritage. This is it. This is the only book you need. That's why it says there is no mate to it. You don't need a Quran. You don't need another book. Now you have some resources which help you further understand the Bible, which even with those you have to double check, what they're saying. But, you do have some good resources, but this is it. This is the only book you need. All right. It says, this is Ezra 1, start at verse 1. All right. Because this is why ultimately they're not going to tell us that we're the Israelites. First off, we know Esau is the devil. All right. Second off, it says Ezra 1:1. Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, at the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled, the Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, and he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom and put it also in writing, saying, "Thus saith Cyrus of Persia, the Lord, or Yahweh, power of heaven, hath given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he hath charged me to build him a house at Jerusalem, which is in Judah. Who is there among you of all his people? His power be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem, which is in Judah, and build the house of the Lord, power of Israel, Yahweh, power of Israel. He is the power which is in Jerusalem. And whosoever remaineth in any place where he sojourneth, let the men of his place help him with silver, and with gold, and with goods, and with beasts, beside the freewill offering for the house of the Most High that is in Jerusalem." So there you go. All right, and then we became very powerful. Eventually the Persians went down. All right, the Greeks rose up, and then we went, back into captivity again. We know. All right, but in this case where, we received that favor, we received those reparations, we became very strong. And if you keep reading, it's going to tell you how these other nations were jealous. All right. Matter of fact, this is chapter 4. It says, "Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord, to Yahweh, power of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers, and said unto them, Let us build with you, for we seek your power as ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Ashur, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel, and unto them, Ye have nothing to do with us to build a house unto our power, but we ourselves together will build unto Yahweh, power of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, have commanded us." All right, and everybody wants this rainbow coalition, love, which that's what Jake, seeks to do when they form these different organizations, whether it be, your new Black Panther Party, whether it be your Black Lives Matter, whatever. Everybody wants a rainbow coalition, but our forefathers knew and understood that would never work. Right? Because the Most High is only dealing with Israel, and that's the scriptures tell you he never changes. All right, he never changes. He only deals with his people, whether they be, scattered or whether they be here in Babylon, wherever. all right, in mainland Babylon, or whether they be scattered across the four corners of earth, wherever they are. All right. So at the end of the day, the thing we're seeking after, again, is the Father. Okay. We're seeking the time where He's going to raise up hell and exalt His people Israel as He said He would. All right, making us a spark amongst the spark among the stubble. That's it. A spark among the stubble. All right. But just finishing this up, it said, verse 4, then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building, and hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose all the days of Cyrus, king of Persia, even unto the reign of Darius, king of Persia. There you go. So, basically, they was hating, all right, which that's what they always do. All right, every time, Jake tries to come up with some type of legislation for reparations, or, black people should receive this, Latino people should receive this. Guess what? They're always going to tag in, these other nations, or they'll say, people of color, people of the diaspora, whatever. Right? Because everybody, moves around or switches, where they might be. So all of these are blanket terms to include the other nations. And this is all done deceitfully, by Esau, Edom himself. All right. So it's just a quick hit, showing you rainbow coalitions, they don't work. Right? They've never worked, and our forefathers knew they wouldn't work. That's why, even though in the past, even when we came into the land of Canaan, the Lord told us, do not deal with the Canaanites. Do not deal with them. They're going to be a thorn in your side. What do? We dealt with them, married their women, whatever. And what happened? They became a thorn in our side. And the Lord jacked us up, and He had to send judges for it. All right, and the same is true throughout the scriptures. All right, and it's true to now, man. There's nothing new under the sun. All right, so Lord willing is edifying. You know what I'm saying? The Lord built as His people Israel, who's His the apple of His eye. Okay, His wife, and then you got everybody else who is as a drop in the bucket. Call Lo Yah Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Kakadash Shalom.